Greetings everyone, and great here for another H-Fires 3 replay. Small on the bottom right side as the red English, we have Hang Loose147. Small on top left side as the blue French, we have Kdestrinumeut.
Bonjour.
Definitely sounds French to me. We got Loco the Doggo to support out his Explorer. When it comes to names this map, we do have the House of Vaza, which give you access to our Royal Arquebuss and Winged Hussars, and the House of Oldenburg, which can give you access to Royal Hunters, as well as some Northern Musketeers. Red is immediately eyeing for the trade posts on the map. Spanish tend to have cheaper shipment costs as their civilization benefit. And we do already have a deck selected. We do got Couriers, Economic Theory, Couriers, Wood Coin, Crossbowmen, Census, Range Infantry Hit Points, Hussars, and Cavalry Hit Points, Advanced Arsenal, Wood Coin, Team Trustador Singales, Skirmishers, Cuirassiers, Cavalry Combat, Dragoons, Falconets, Fort, Thoroughbreds, Factory, and Robber Barons. His opponent has no deck selected, has one ship available, have a bunch of the local dogs being unhappy with him. His dog is taking quite a bit of bites there. He may just want to fall back with his dog, so in this let the Explorer fire away. And now they're going to start recovering some health there. Does get out of least range, and Coyote will go down. Or Wolf. I think they have the same models, don't they? And Loco the Doggo goes down. It's a dog-eat-dog world. He will get a little bit of coin. Now bringing shipment villagers. He has versus Japan, versus Japan and or France, looks like. Villagers, capitalism, villagers, wood coin, Herodiados, royal creed to claim the new world. House of Termisia, higher Irish Brigadiers, Wood, Marvel Slayer, Combat, Cavalry Combat, Lancers, Falconets, Fort, Spanish Gold, higher Armored Pistoliers, higher Swiss Pikemen, higher Scottish Highlanders, Infinite Lancers, Culverins, Heavy Cannon, Factory, another Factory, and the Bourbon Allies. I never understand, like, sometimes the second factory is the Robber Barons, the other one's like Industrial Revolution. I can tell they're exactly the same, but I don't know. Just me overthinking it. So the Spanish has quite a bit of mercenaries in his deck, which can be very useful. There's the Swiss pikemen, in which the French tend to go for heavy amounts of cow. So Rodeados and pikemen would be useful for the Spanish, likely. Now we do have the governor being researched. And it's also going for the quartermaster. We got a trade post right there, has also been untamed. And over here, this trading post is providing 75 experience per trip. So in theory, it'll provide a bit more, but it'll be deposited less often. And it looks like the Spanish Explorer is going to be deploying on some dogs and assist them in combat. 3 doggos. Let's see now. We do got Curvias, Cantina. And he may have canceled the other dog because he had 3 queued up. Like the French has aged up, not getting villagers queued on up, which is probably an oversight. Can bring a shipment of also going for the couriers. Baron Scout receiving a bit of damage, or maybe I'm just hearing other gunfire. And the gunmen will go down. 10% faster chopping speed is one of those things you probably should have picked up as soon as I can, because that'll give them quite a bit extra wood. Stable now being employed out over here. Also, only a couple treasures remain on the map.
¿Cuál es su comando?
And I was like, there's a deserted pike will go down. We got a Spanish player going for more villagers. He's at pop cap, so you will need to get out some more housing. That's probably what the wood is for. Hunting dogs have been improved by the French. Now it's going to round up for hussars. And does temporarily start up a musketeer. Not going to be iron from musketeers. Does need to get some more couriers on the build queue. Got a round of hussars now pulling out. The Spanish trade does have an outpost, which does do a bit of bonus damage versus cavalry. And now we do have another age up ready for the Spanish. As a villager build, needs to get the age up queued up. Let's see, what will the next age up of item? You can probably first go for Spanish gold. We do now have the Scout, which may allow him to double jump and use scatter guns a bit better, but probably not. Hussars pushing forward. We'll see a bit of damage. He can pass the wild some militia to help him protect his borders. And when the hussars do go down, it looks like they're in some sort of box formation, the defensive formation. And now I've got the church and the house going on up, as well as a market. The church, he may be eyeing for the royal decree to claim the new world, maybe not. He does have this villager a little bit idle. Actually, these villagers just idle. What is going on? Like, they got ordered there, but they didn't actually start building. That was weird. There is some research not being brought on in. He does go for another house as well. Still does not have a barracks. Oh, no, he does have a barracks right in front of me. Going for some rodeados, which are a heavy infantry that moves fast. They honestly should perhaps be reworked to be classified as shock, honestly. Hussars moving around. Has some hussars and rodeados now in the field. That should be more than plenty. He has a one-on-one advantage of the hussars, as well as now all the rodeados support. Rodeados now try and pursue the hussars. They do have a 6 tile movement speed, while the hussars have 6.75. Not as fast as hussars. Rodeados will follow the hussars now. They've been aggressed. Another round of rodeados on point field, and it looks like all these hussars will go down. Rodeados do have decent multipliers versus cavalry. And now going for the royal decree to claim the new world. I can't remember what the church improvements are for the Spanish. He has gone for the Spanish treasure chest as well. We get quite a bit of free gold. The French have aged up as well. Not sure to what, however. Got some skirmishers as well as some dragoons now being pulled on out. Still got Cantina and Curvaza. Curvaza? However pronounce that. I can't pronounce any sort of name in this game. Do now some skirmishers, which will help them reduce bonus damage for those versus those rodeados. And dragoons will help them fight the hussars. So he's going for some counter units. Trading post now seeing a bit of damage. Granted, all this force does not have good siege damage. Dragoons have 10, skirmishers have 14. So it'll take a bit of time for this trading post to go down. The hussars do have a much respectable 20. Going for steel traps and a very fine coat. It's designed for more villagers. And has quite a bit of coin stored up. He's going for some mercenaries, isn't he? Let's see. Armored Pistoliers will give him access to a musketeer variant. Probably not super great at this moment. Swiss pikemen. Scottish Highlanders, also another musketeer variant. Oh, he's going for the church improvements. I think he invested some the gold then. He's going for a round of skirmishers. The ship is available, and probably a round of mercenaries, I'm guessing. And he's going for the higher armored pistoliers, which have like 60% range resist, so they would even withstand quite a bit of abuse from the skirmishers. Royal Halberdiers from the church. Artillery foundry now being employed on the field. How many Halberdiers would this give him? A fair number of Royal Halberdiers. Oh, did I also give him one? Oh, no, he got a shipment of 2 falconets. And now his shipment of armored pistoliers not being employed on out. Armored Pistoliers who have 45 range damage, 1 AoE effect, 700 health at the moment. What's both improving their health? Was this something involving the Royal Halberdier? Or there may be some sort of upgrade I'm not realizing that improve their health. Either way, they do have more health at the moment. No veteran Rodeado upgrade. He only has 8, so it's probably not that important. We also have the damage absorption capability as well as that's 60% of melee resist, not range resist. Still, they have 700 health, and there's 7 of them, so that's quite a bit of bulk he has there. We've got 2 falconets here. The red falconets may go down. We've got the various forces now engaging. Skirmishers could be hit by the falconets. Falconets are in range of each other. Red's falconets seem to hit blue's falconets and vice versa. One of blue's falconets to go down. Red's falconets that would take a hit. Halberdiers trying to hit the cavalry. One falconet does go down. Both of blues just went down. Red still has a number of infantry on the field. Royal Halberdiers engage the skirmishers up in melee. The skirmishers are mostly all going down, just leaving all the dragoons. Looks like the Spanish are pulling ahead. The army pistoliers providing quite a bit of bulk to the entire army, and now the French explorer also goes down. So it looks like the Spanish mostly won that fight. Oh, and I just saw your Twitch comment. I think you're mistaken, in my opinion. Spanish has quite a bit of force still remaining, falling back now. skirmishers would have been a good counter to the dragoons. The 2 dogs are still alive. They're good boys.
See?
I do think what really turned the fight was those armored pistoliers. That damage absorption capability just make his whole army just much more resilient. And they have the bulk to keep alive themselves.
Preparado.
Plus, halberdiers, they were in melee attack the entire time. If they connect, they do hit hard. They're a proper melee unit in the game, not one that's meant to be a counter. The game's still up in the air, that's for sure. This French right now is eyeing for more villagers, going for team infantry range attack, will make his skirmishers better. Big villager migration, yep, over here to the caribou, the reindeer. One of them may have a red nose, and he's not. He's saving all his resources for something. What is he planning? I can't remember all the resources available. You can't revolt till age 4, right? Unless it's sort of age. Ah, there we go. Aging up. Oh, yeah, he got a cheaper. Your next age up is cheaper and faster, so he's going for industrial age. He's going for the engineer. He has a bit of wood in storage. He has 30 villagers. This one has 36, and they're French villagers. Going for the town watch and to gaslight his people. Oh, he also went for a handful of monks there to heal up his force. A small number of monks in between fights can be very useful to help recover your losses. We do have a couple culverin there, very nice. He realizes his force is vulnerable to artillery, so we already deployed a counter. Though his opponent's not deploying to counter that. He is going to number skirmishers, which is a counter the heavy infantry he's also fighting against.
¿Cuál es su comando?
Oh, he also has a couple of missionaries here. So he's healed up his force as well. So both sides have healed up their force. Very nice. And who doesn't like missionary? Hussars now trying to push the way forward. They perhaps see the huntables going down, so they're very vulnerable to this. And Red is eyeing for some fishing boats. And he did actually have quite a bit of wood in store there. Has quite a bit of food being cooked at the moment, so he's eyeing for something there. He doesn't have any conversion stuff. Going for the Industrial Revolution. Some of these villagers are going down. In the Spanish don't exactly have many villagers. Though he is getting some fishing boats.
Preparada.
Skirmish, of course, not very effective as his cavalry.
Sí.
Missionaries can punch people in the face. Villagers may not want to be idle there next to all the Hussars. You may want to split up formation so to get them not tailored to the movement of the artillery. We got a factory there, which should be set up just fine.
Hola.
Does find a villager there. The villager's now dead.
Sí.
He does not have the great coat upgrade. So these Hussars doing a little bit more damage than they usually would. And just got a handful of fishing boats there, building more now, going for some rodealos. They're not veteran. He could go for another factory and maybe get out some. He is going for some heavy cannon. Nice. I always say I'm biased towards heavy cannon, and especially if your opponent's going for mass skirmishers, heavy cannon will make sure the mass skirmisher is no longer. And now we do have the wild geese, which will give him a bunch of wild goose musketeers, which are a higher Irish brigadier variant, offering good damage, good melee attack as well for a musketeer variant. Also, the melee resist good. They're more or less a more melee focused musketeer, the best way to put it. Another factory being blown out, more fishing boats. Not eyeing for any villagers.
Sí.
And he still has a number of Royal Halberdiers still alive as well, so Hussars will not be very useful against a conflict against these guys. Plus the Wild Geese, the Armored Pistoliers, he just has a pretty good mixed army there. And Heavy Cannon will just round it out. Another round of Venom Crusaders, which may not be that great. They do have good AoE, that's for sure. But his opponent has a good number of Musketeers and just various heavy infantry. You know how they roar on Carvels, or Culverins, and this will give him more of a proper counter to the artillery that he's not going to be fighting. But that's, of course, we know have Castle Vision. He does not know his opponent does not have artillery. He assumes that his opponent's going to counter his force by building artillery, which is simply just not the case. Now we've got 2 Falconets and now a heavy cannon. We've got another Culverin there. Got good heavy infantry and heavy artillery force. And now going for more fishing boats. He may want to go for a second dock, but he's going to need to get more wood for a second dock. Does French have 2 heavy cannon? No, he does not. He's going to get his first... Oh, he also advanced to the next age. Sorry, I missed that. And it looks like he went for, was it the Tycoon to get the gold rebate? The deck is labeled standard. Is this? I think this may be like one of those standard pre-made decks. I think. First, I'm sort of surprised people actually use the pre-made decks. Wasted Riz on this case, the Spanish guy. Yep. Another factory now being put on the field. He is, of course, by default does produce coin. He may be retasking the heavy cannon, maybe not. Royal Culverins, let's see, they do 50 damage times 4 for artillery, so they do 200 damage versus artillery. Heavy cannon, it will still take 3 shots to take out heavy cannon. More heavy cannon there, very nice. I suppose now with the Royal Culverins, if someone just flies out regular falconets, he can one-shot them with those culverins. We do now have the Town Watch research. Now Spanish pushing forward. He has an army of 183 on the field. I may have missed some sort of shipment being brought on in. Guess we'll go with the Bourbons, which are native, looks like.
Preparado.
Got a force of 82 with a good amount of cannon. This one has a force of 70 with no cannon. Exact 73. We got the trade network there for this French, but that may not help him out. He almost has one more shipment. Philip's going for heavy cannons himself now. Red is slowly advancing forward. He needs to split up his formation. He may want to get his cannon deployed on out and ignite the skirmishers. His culverins are pre-deployed there. Dragoons or the Crusaders trying to advance along the flank. Heavy cannon sitting on up. They're the only ones that really need to focus on the skirmishers. Everything else just needs to be there to protect the heavy cannon. The falconets are actually being drawn first, which actually is good for the Spanish. They're a good decoy to keep his heavy cannon alive. Heavy cannon just loves to shoot everything. 200 base damage equals a threat to cavalry. Some of the Spanish forces are getting mixed up, separated, but the halberdiers will report the cavalry. Dragons push forward, still hit the falconets and not the heavy cannon. The heavy cannon is a true threat. Let's take out the falconet there, but still has all 3 heavy cannon alive. Crusaders pushing along the flank. These guys will be good against them, but they're just simply outnumbered. They do 200 damage per strike. Crusaders have maybe 6 in health, but still, they can take a beating from the heavy cannon as well. The French have 137 population versus the Spanish 2. He hardly took any losses. Now it's bringing a shipment of heavy cannon. And his heavy cannon are currently a little bit idle as well. He packed up the heavy cannon so he can push on forward a little bit better. His formations are a little bit less desirable in my opinion. But he has to be careful with the cavalry. And the explorer firing some shots there. The explorer does get off Wild Goose there. Dragon's push way forward. He may just want to keep... He could perhaps keep the heavy cannon skirmishers pushing toward the formation over there. And then perhaps keep the Rodialos in reserve along the Royal Halberdiers and along the flank. Oh, we got some Wallen Guard and realized he also pulled out another church improvement there. Heavy cannon now getting overran. Does find an opportunity there. Relatively poor control there by the Spanish player. Heavy cannon takes some massive hits, but they do have a good hit point pools to withstand a bit of abuse. They do keep them stays alive, minimal health, but they can still do full damage. Now let's go and pick away against those skirmishers there. He has probably some heavy cannon back home. Yeah, 3 more. 5 more. He may want to double check his cannon. We've got the French cannon there. From his heavy factories. Overns setting up a volley. Splitting the shots there. Heavy cannons may finish him off. Does overkill one. The other one goes down. There's another pair of heavy cannons there. He still has a heavy cannon in reserve. Another heavy cannon deployed by the French. That's the only thing he has in his field queue. He has plenty of resources. I'm not sure what he's planning to do. He does not have church improvements. And take out some other fortifications now. French player could. Oh, he's already at age 4. You need like 4,000 and 4,000 to get the Imperial age. Now bringing shipment of various cavalry. He's out of barracks and he production. Oh no, he has production structure over here. And those the French goes back to the game now. This is Angry saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.